And what is going on, YouTube? Hope you folks are having a fantastic day. Today, I want to take this time to talk about mortgage rates. Yesterday, the Feds released a statement that they are going to be dropping the rates four times next year within the year 2024. And to me, that's a good thing and a bad thing. And before we get into the top of that, I want to take this time just to take a few minutes to take a step back and let's look at how real estate has been within the past 4 years and I can explain why I see it as a good and bad thing. That way, you, the viewers, can get my input on how this market is going to turn out and whether it still be a good thing for you to buy in the next year or so, or if you're concerned on selling, how's that affect you as well? Well, let's go back about 3 to 3.5 years ago. Well, we'll say 3 years because that's when like more of the, I can't say the word on social media, but the world went down south pretty much, and a lot of things have happened ever since. Rates were about 2.5 to 3%. It was a game changer for a lot of people. Mortgage rates were around 2.5 to 3.5%, and everybody all over the world was coming here to South Florida. There was a lot of multiple offers, a lot of over asking price, and doors were just flying out the roof so quick. Like a lot of properties were gone like this. I remember putting one property on the market within an hour. I had like six offers, blind offers. They didn't want to see the property, they didn't care. And it was like a good and scary feeling at the same time because I was like, is the market going to crash? Because this is my first time at that time, I should say, experiencing it. So fast forward a couple of years later, the market kind of cools down, and now we get to where we currently are today. Mortgage rates went from 2.5, 3.5, up to 5, 6, 7, bouncing back and forth. Recently, we just hit 8, 8.5, and now we're back close to 7, 8, bouncing back and forth every week. And this is where I start to get a little bit worried now, especially here in the South Florida market, I'm going to say, because it's going to be a good thing and a bad thing if Feds drop the rates four times next year for these simple reasons. One, you're going to be experiencing the same thing you experienced a couple of years ago. Now, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, if rates drop to 5% after they do the drop within 4 to 5 times, as they say they're considering on doing, that's going to be a game changer. But as a home buyer, how does that affect you? You're going to be facing multiple offers, which is the same thing we experienced back a couple of years ago. And it may not be drastic because you're comparing 5% to 2.5, 3.5%. But at the end of the day, that does make a significant difference in price when it comes to like your monthly payments. For example, if your mortgage, let's just say, is $1,000 at 8%, and you can get something at 5%, you're paying $600 a month. You see that difference right there? How that 400 is compared from a 5% standpoint compared to an 8% at $1,000. So as a buyer, you kind of gotta set yourself up in the future. So what are things you could do right now to set yourself up to avoid, let's say if you were one of those buyers a couple of years ago that wanted to get a property but just kept getting outbid, whether it was someone local, a lot of cash buyers from New York or upstate, wherever the case may be. I always say this: make sure you're diversifying your income to get multiple assets. If you're just someone relying on your 9 to 5 to just put money on the side for saving, that's going to take a little bit longer. Like the average American is in debt. They say about 65% of Americans are in debt. So if you're one of those people that fall in that criteria, you need to start diversifying your income. Start using this time now to build a 401k. That way, if your company offers that, like match it, or even you could do it yourself, and you could gain money as time progresses on. Learn about stocks. Like find ways to diversify your income. That way, you have cash you can liquidate at that time, and you could kind of give yourself an edge to go against these multiple offers. Another thing that I would say to set yourself up as a buyer, kind of tweak your criteria a little bit. For example, if you want a 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom, but you only need a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, try to make some small adjustments to what you're looking for. I know it sucks, but you don't want to experience what you did a couple of years ago. Far too many people I know either had these high expectations on trying to get this particular home and unfortunately couldn't get it because they kept getting outbid. So if there's a way you can find a property similar to what you want and you can snatch it from your competition, then that'll be the best way to do it. Kind of tweak your criteria, and that will help you out a lot when it comes to the home buying process. Now, that was what really worries me right there, because there's going to be a lot of people buying, especially in the South Florida market. We already made headlines that right now, for example, Miami and the Brickell area, they're about to be the next financial district, which is outbeating New York City that hold that title for many years. Now, if you come to look at it, that is a lot of people are moving down here. There was also a post I put on Facebook or LinkedIn, I believe it was, that a lot of people prefer to move to Florida over Texas when the market was at its highest peak and people were just moving all over. Even though you see on social media all these houses look nice in Texas, what you could get for 300K in a mansion, nobody wasn't taking that up. And everybody was just relocating here to the sunny state of Florida, especially here in South Florida where I'm at. Fort Lauderdale's been a hot market. Miami's been a hot market. West Palm Beach, you name it, every market has been hot. So they were taking advantage, and you need to do the same thing. Make sure you send yourself financially with your credit, everything. Like, make sure you're working on that now. That way it can set you up, because you're going to be going against a lot of home buyers when that time comes. If rates drop significantly to, let's say, 5%, 4%, hell, even 6%, that's going to get people to start moving the needle. Now, as a seller, that's a good thing for you, but then also a bad thing for you. Think about a couple of years ago what happened. A lot of homes were flying off the market, but they had no place to go. Some people I personally know were staying at hotels. Some of my friends that use realtors that they knew in the industry longer before me, they tell me, no, I don't know what to do. My realtor's amazing. He sold my house, got me what I wanted. But at the end of the day, I have nowhere to go. I'm about to sleep in an Airbnb for a month or a condo for a month. Like, I don't know what to do. That, I would say, be mindful when it comes to that, because at the end of the day, you don't want to put yourself in that position. And I know a lot of home buyers that purchased a home when rates were 2.5 to 3.5%, that kind of bit them in the butt a little bit, because they were stuck with a home that wasn't worth the price that they thought, and they just really jumped on the price and the home because it was based off emotion. As humans, we do things out of emotion sometimes, and it's a common thing. But now they're pretty much forced in a home that some of them don't even like. And there was many articles that came out. Even I posted some on my LinkedIn page stating that about 52% of home buyers kind of regretted doing that. So as a seller, you have to think twice, even if the market is hot. Do you really need to sell? Now, these days, when I go into a listing appointment, the first question I ask the homeowner is, do you absolutely have to sell? Because I do not want to sell your property and then leave you homeless. I am not about that. I want to help everybody out as much as I can, but also I don't want to leave anybody behind and be like, I cannot help you find what you want. So you have to ask yourself, do you really have to sell? If the answer is yes, then fine, put it on the market. But if you're not too sure and you're just trying to reap the benefit of what you gain as far as appreciation for the time being, then that's a gain, that's a gamble you are taking. Right now, we are seeing low inventory, especially here in South Florida. And even if a home is priced right, if nobody has to buy right now, nobody isn't buying. I have about 3 or 4 listings that are priced perfectly, right on the money, and nothing is happening. Showings are slow. Nobody's putting in offers. People are coming to open houses, but nothing. No negative feedback. It is slow. So be mindful as a seller when mortgage rates drop. Do not be the first one to put your home on the market. You have to be smart and know what's your next move. My predictions at the end of the day for 2024, I am going to see the rates drop. Even, yeah, I've been saying this even before they announced that yesterday. I am going to see the rates drop. I think a lot is going to happen in the real estate market after election. I'm not a big political guy, but I am going to say, like, I believe once one election happens and everything changes, that's going to make a major shift in all markets, not just real estate, in every market in the world you could think of. As far as rate go, I'll see the rates probably going to 5, maybe 6. I don't see it going below 5. They said that the market is always healthier within the 5 to 6%. So yeah, those are just my prediction. Those are just my tips for you guys as far as what I think, what you should do to how to set yourself up when it comes to these rates when they drop, and how to position yourself right. Remember, don't sell your home if you have to. Just be mindful if you are going to sell your home. If you're downsizing, that's different. But if you just want to sell to reap the benefit, just think twice before doing that. And if you're a buyer, kind of set yourself up now. Find ways to diversify your income. That way, when you're ready to buy, you're not getting outbid. And it's going to be very challenging because a lot of people are still waiting on the sidelines. I got a lot of investors waiting, myself waiting for these right opportunities, these right homes to come and just snatch it up. So you gotta be smart, and at the end of the day, who you work with as your realtor or lender plays a major part in this real estate industry. So make sure you do that right. Other than that, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below, what you see as your predictions for 2024 as far as the real estate market goes. And let me know if you're a realtor seeing this, what predictions you are in your area. Hope to see you guys on the next video. Peace out.